Welcome in, guys. Court is now in session. I am your judge, Judge Vader, and I am joined today by Counselor Rugard.
Who's that?
Who's that? Oh, I think it's you, actually, Rugard. I'm pretty sure it's you, unless this is an imposter.
Imposter Rugard? Is that my new name now?
It definitely could be. I still can't see your cam yet, so you definitely might be an imposter.
Yeah, click me.
Oh, yeah. There you are. There you are. All right. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and get rid of your ye old green screen there. But
Rue, the screen is so green. Why wouldn't you like this?
I know. I want it gone though, so I'm gonna get rid of it. But while I'm getting rid of it, go ahead and we've got a great game today. We've got Six and Daddy Issues. Do you know anything about either of these teams? Yeah.
I mean, I could say I know quite a bit about Daddy Issues, but
oh no. Oh no.
I can't say I know that much about either of these teams if we're being completely fair. Neither of these teams look familiar. I do appreciate the way Six is spelled. Daddy Issues sounds like something that I would have come up with, so props. I do not know much about them though. Are these re-rosters of previous teams?
I don't know a whole lot about either of these teams either. I would say Daddy Issues, I know a few of the team members on there, and they used to be on other teams. So I think that Daddy Issues is like more of a new team. But I think Six has been I think Six has been there, but not part of Vigo's before. So first time we will have seen them here.
Yeah, fair enough. Right? Fair enough. All right, interesting. And it's a one-off, right? One on each side?
Yes, that is right. That would be correct.
Okay, excellent. Very good. Honestly, I'm kind of annoyed because I would definitely like to see a Plague Blade here. Just saying.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. I am teasing you a little bit. I originally had a Blight up here, not gonna lie. I had a Blight, and it was requested that I bring a Vami Mami instead, so I did so. You know, I like to please the. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to chroma key it. It's really interesting.
Not
actually.
liking that, huh?
No, not at all.
Definitely not liking the chroma key. All right.
There's a light glare or opacity. Oh, it's because of the opacity.
I'm trying to think if there's any other way that I could shove myself onto your screen and not make the
chroma key.
Make it look. I mean, to be fair, this does look pretty great. It's a good horror aesthetic. It's like, oh, everything's degrading. You know.
Oh yeah, I know.
Silent
right?
Hill. Silent Hill minus the red. Just it's green. It's red. It's green screens. It is red. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's absolutely fine.
Let me try one more thing. But yeah, it's not. It's close-ish. It's not quite perfect.
It's not quite close enough. Oh. At least you can see that the TV's trying to eject me. Oh, okay. Now I'm disappearing a little bit. Let's go.
No, I'm not going to let you disappear. You're not allowed to leave me. I can't handle that. Me. Okay. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm going away. Goodbye.
All right. Well, guys, I'm excited for today's match. We are on Father Campbell's Chapel, Rue. So
I'm not gonna lie, I hate this map after the rework.
Really?
The inside is so dang loopable, it hurts me on a spiritual level.
Oh my goodness. You know,
like there's one door scenario where it's not that bad, but most of the scenarios of the way the doors spawn in on that map is just absolutely horrible, and I hate it. You can loop if you don't have bamboozle, it's like infinites everywhere. If they run towards the center, I leave. I don't bother. It's not worth the time and effort. Just saying. From a killer man perspective.
Yeah.
Honestly, most breakable doors annoy me, but that's fine.
I think that's kind of the point of breakable doors at the same time though, because especially on the game, I find them annoying me on that map.
Oh
like,
yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm looping the killer, throw this pallet, the door's blocked. Oh no, the door's blocked. And then
they could make. We actually had this discussion last night. They could make doors better if they stacked a Spirit Fury. Just saying. If I could get my Spirit Fury stacks from kicking doors, I'll be happy. Just saying. I know that probably wouldn't be allowed, but I can dream.
Right. The dream is nice.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm
Speaking
trying.
of dreams, Trapper's dream came true with this new PTB.
It really did. Oh my goodness!
Who would have thought turning a 2 from a 1 would have made a difference?
It's so good. It's so good. Like the fact that no more like random number of traps that we might be getting. Like,
oh yeah. I have definitely spawned on a map once, and I'm like, huh. You know, I could have sworn I was a trapper, but I guess I'm a trap, not a trapper, because I've only got one. It's singular, not plural. So
yeah, right. Like,
OG's like, why did I invite him on?
I love it though. All right, so I did get a few friend requests on here trying to get this lobby set up. For some reason, interestingly enough, I can't accept this friend request for whatever reason.
It's because it's coming through Steam. You'll have to accept them on Steam. I have that same issue sometimes.
What? No, yeah, I have no Steam friend requests either.
Well, no, it takes you to their profile, and then you accept the request from their profile, or you have to friend them from that way. I've had that happen before. It's really annoying. I don't like it.
You're right. Yeah. Definite dislike.
It's like, you're right. I don't like it.
No, definite dislike, fair. But you're totally correct there. I have to add them. They invite me to add them. All right. Yeah. Either way, we're working through it. We're working through it, chat. Also,
DBD, technical difficulties? What?
I know. Perfect game. Never happens. Never happens. Looks like we got Zayden Zeal over here gifting a tier 1 sub, though. Thank you for the contribution, faux show. Rue, I like that we both look the same direction as if we're both looking at chat. That was great. Nice coordination.
Oh yeah, like my chat's actually over here. I'm looking at you.
Oh, and I'm looking at you.
Beautiful.
All right.
Oh man.
So, oh, it looks like we have a high five nominated in the court as well.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
You'll have to prepare me for this. 2, 3.
High five passed. I think that was good. That was good.
I think your hand is a bit big for me. I need to go get my foam finger or something.
Well, I do have big hands. Like that's definitely a real thing. I have big hands.
There. High fives now occur like this.
I have survivors joining my lobby, but I haven't joined the killer yet. Unless, no, there's the killer. Okay. Our killer is Pilot of 2001.
Oh, Pilot Snow?
No, Pilot Snow 157 joined as a survivor, invited Pilot of 2001.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is a re-roster then. Okay, bet. I recognize that.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, Pilot Snow actually used to be on We Overslept, the team I was on. Or I am on. I'm on that team right now. I don't know why I use past tense, Rue. Sometimes I get confused.
No, it's all good. I feel that. And just a heads up, because I forgot to mention this before, I do have thunderstorms coming in where I already had one brownout. It's very possible I might die again, but I will just come back as soon as possible.
All right.
I won't leave you I won't leave you for long.
Okay, I understand. I still don't like the fact that you might be leaving me, but
oh yeah, it's a chance. Like lightning doesn't strike the same place twice. I know that logic doesn't work out that way, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it doesn't. All right, so it does look like Pilot Snow has left the party. We do have Billy from 6 on the survivor side. It looks like.
All right.
And here come the survivors filling in.
So, question for you, since we probably don't know much about these teams, I'm assuming these other teams might not know much about each other. What are you taking to the blind? What are you taking to the blind?
I think that yeah, I don't know much about either of these teams, but I have heard that 6 may be a very strong survivor squad. I've just heard whispers, and so I expect to see some really good coordination from them, and I'm excited to see how they handle whatever killer gets thrown at them. And I think, let me look back at who should be killing first. I think it is Daddy Issues killing first.
Okay.
But I'm seeing there's like some motion going on here, like some survivors leaving, joining back, and so I don't know if there's some confusion we may need to look into here.
Okay. Did you join the killer's lobby, or did the killer join your lobby?
Killer joined me, which is not usually how that should work. So
right, usually you need to join the killer's lobby, so that way the host ping.
Yeah, and here, hold on a second, guys. I think we may go to a be right back real quick while I try to get this lobby set up properly with these with the players. All right, so we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys.
I totally was not doing anything illegal.
What? Oh no, somebody. You know, I think as the judge, can I call my counselor guilty? I think he admitted to it. Maybe not. Definitely, I am noticing there's an eject right there. Does that mean I can go ahead and just? Is there a button for that?
No, you see nothing.
I think
you see nothing.
Okay, I'll ignore it this time.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
I'll get a piece of paper and cover that up now.
Hey, so I guess getting the chroma key. We do have a lobby. Look at this, guys. We're in the lobby this time. Vami Mami is happy. The lobby's set up. We have all the survivors. Awesome. It doesn't look like the builds are quite set yet unless 6 is deciding to come into this itemless. Weird flex, but okay.
Big flex.
You know, possibly. Do you think that do you think that's what's gonna happen here? Or do you think they're setting up? I think they're setting up.
Not in the blind. If the teams knew each other, I've definitely seen that happen where they just go with nothing or just like, a firecracker and that's it. But no, I imagine in the blind they'll take precautions.
I agree, and definitely with these survivors setting up, what killer do you expect Pilot of 2001 to bring?
That's what I asked you. What do you bring into the blind? If I'm going in blind, Oni.
Well, yeah, you did ask me, and I kind of ignored. Yeah. I'm sorry, but
no, you're fine. You talk about the survivor side a little bit. Now, I would bring Oni. Oni's pretty balanced overall. You're not really burning the killer if you use them early. but also like you get a gauge like, oh, hey, this team is really snarky. We're gonna have to play this up. You can still like you can catch up to the point where you can at least tie the game, and then let your survivor side dictate and let them decide. Okay, well, we need to play a little bit more aggressively and try and close this out and get a win here. But no, I would take Oni.
Do you not worry about the that middle building with Oni? That like I would say definitely from what you said originally about Father Campbell's Chapel, that would be my original worry, would be not being able to get enough pressure possibly early, having them try to run that middle building and not being able to get your power.
So here's the thing. When they run to the building, 90% of the time, you've already got that first hit, which is what Oni's caring about. They take you to the middle building. It's like, oh, we're running. Okay, you take the hit at the vault, and then they run to the middle building, and then it's like, okay, now you got to waste 40 seconds trying to chase them down. But you got your hit, and that's what you want as an Oni. You want to get your 2 hits, and then you want to start slugging. And in that case, there's 2 opposite sides that, honestly, except for that middle building, I think Oni's pretty much clear shots almost all the way around, so I think you're pretty much fine.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's just that center building.
Center building, yep. And if they run to it and you get your hits, I think it's a fine trade. They've got to take time to heal in the building. You've got your power boosting, and that one person's not on a gen, unless they're doing middle first, obviously. But
I think
I wouldn't mind too much.
I've seen a bunch of nurses so far, and I've seen some wraiths on this map. I know used pretty early. But we did see, I think I've seen 2 nurses so far, one of which, that's
surprising.
Yeah, one of the nurses that have played on Father Campbell's Chapel actually got a 12 hook 4K. Not 12 progression, 12 hook 4K.
Right. So
it was wispy.
I guess the question would be, how many have you seen bring Nurse right off the bat? I could see Nurse in response. It's like, okay, we need to go for at least the 3K. We need to clutch this out, or trying to pull ahead. But generally, I'm leading off with Nurse would be kind of surprising. I guess it's just you force the same response from them if you do well. But
so just last match today. Just the last match today, we did have Nurse come out first.
Really? Okay, strong.
But only got a 2K and ended up in a tie.
Using a Nurse and only getting a tie, that's kind of rough.
Yes, and then we had a Twins come out to finish the game off and give them a win.
Twins is hardy. Despite the fact that Victor got nerfed pretty significantly, Twins can still come out. It's just, unfortunately, the counterplay is much more solved. You just have people in pairs. Before, being in pairs didn't guarantee, because with the cooldown reductions, Victor was virtually unkickable anyway. But now, even with the cooldown, if you're in pairs, it's solved. Like the counterplay is solved for Twins. So unless they make a serious misplay, you're just probably a 2K is acceptable.
But we did see Twins get a 4K though, which was quite nice. And in this league, being able to have prove thyself be banned actually makes it so survivors are less likely to want to stay grouped. They want to pressure more of the gens, which kind of makes Twins actually a better play, in my opinion. Just because they aren't necessarily together, and then you can get that Victor value. And I did get confirmation we were ready to start, so I moved out of that killer spot into spectator. And I think we're going to review some killer scoring rules here in just a bit. I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it?
Hit me with the killer rules.
Oh, let's hit this transition. It looks real nice, real sexy.
Oh, does it?
Oh. All right, guys, so our killer scoring rules. We score by hooks around these parts. It is first and second hook is 2 points. Third hook is 3 points. Progressions are worth less at 1 point and 2 points for first and second, respectively. Then achieving a 7th or 8th progression is only 1 point per. 4 kills gives you more points, getting 2 more points there. More kills are the corresponding hook. And then bleed out is 0 points, giving 30 available points to the killer there. So really, there are a good number of points available to the killers here.
True. It's like going out shopping. I was like, oh, I'll take this hook there. I'll take this points. Oh, I'll take a hook here. I'll take those 2 points.
Right? Exactly.
Shopping.
All right, so let's go ahead and see what killer we have. It doesn't look like they set the map, actually. We're on Ormond for whatever reason.
That's the incorrect
That
map.
is an incorrect map, and so we should get a...
Hag does not realize it either.
I don't believe so. I think we are going to need a reset here.
I mean, okay, so here's the funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Chalet is harder to loop for survivors than the Father Campbell's Chapel map.
Yeah, indeed.
It's the rework to the rework to the Chalet in Ormond leaves it more open, and after literally after, like, if you break certain doors, especially the upstairs room, like there's nothing. The map for the Father Campbell's I guess the chapel, not the Chalet. The chapel itself has just more tighter loops and better vault locations, whereas the Chalet is very open. You've got like 2 vault locations that are good, and honestly, you can close one of those off or just cut it around. You still get a hit.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
The downside is obviously Ormond is not that balanced because it's freaking large, but
it's super huge. That probably would have been... I would have said for a Hag, I think that's not as positive being on Ormond, right? I would say Hag's definitely...
It's not ideal.
Yeah, not ideal on Ormond, to say the least. May not even be able to teleport to some of those traps.
You can... it depends on where the Hag picks the 3-gen. If you've got, the like a 4-tile shack and middle gen all together and you're Hag, you might be able to hold that out because there's enough places you can just, put a corner trap or whatnot, but
yeah,
it hurts. Hag is so close to being good, except like I don't know, traps are rough.
Yeah, those traps are they're powerful when used right, and I didn't see but with Hag being able to possibly bring like a rusty shackle or anything like that could be...
Rusty shackle makes her viable, I think, because if they have the phantasm, like 99% of survivors in comp know the distance you have to be to a trap to trigger it without getting hit.
Yeah,
the phantasm can kind of help you, honestly. So this sounds really dumb. You know how there are add-ons that make the trigger radius wider for Hag? She needs one that's brown that reduces the trigger radius, so that way she can guarantee hits.
Guarantee the hit. Yeah, because really the only time you're getting those hits are when somebody runs all the way through the chat or all the way through the trap and doesn't realize it's there. If they run into it and go the other way, sometimes even then you don't get the hit.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's crazy because she's a pub nightmare. She stomps pubs. But in comp, she's just like, you might get a 1K, maybe 2K if you really like. If you play some really like I think on Father Campbell's Chapel, Hag is not a horrible choice. I think there's enough plots of ground and grass you can hide the traps in well enough. But it's crazy how hard she falls off when she enters comp. Good communication just completely shreds her.
And I think that's true of a lot of killers that like you see in pubs and you think, oh wow, this killer is really viable. I should bring this to a comp. But you're not betting on the fact that most comp teams are actually talking about, like, they know where each other are on the map. Like they've got good call outs for that. And they're calling out where you as the killer are as well. So even stalking killers like Pig or other ones that can be a nightmare in pubs really aren't as threatening in comp.
Yeah, for sure. And when it comes to Pig's kind of almost a different scenario entirely, just because like the communication, like it's not even the fact that they're calling out where the stealth killer is. It's the fact that it's like, hey, we understand that Pig's best she's best when she's able to pressure the person with the hat. So when someone has a hat, make sure they do a box and then you pop a gen. Like the play is very linear against Pig, which is just mind-boggling because in pubs she's mostly a pub stomper, unless you get like, I don't know, some team that just doesn't know how to do gens for the first like 2 minutes and then you're out of traps. But I know usually you can pace it out. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like Hag is the one that suffers the most, just because not only does she suffer from like, oh, hey, the killers or the survivors will call out where the killer is, but like they're literally calling out where you're putting your power down.
Yeah.
And she's a more lethal form of Trapper, but like Trapper doesn't stand a chance in comp. Even like okay, even with the buff, even with the new one where the Trapper Sack is now retired, now you can start with all your traps. I don't even think then he's viable, which is crazy because that's a really powerful ability. It's just what are you supposed to do with that? You're like, okay, cool. I have a minute and a half to set up this 3-gen that I picked. You didn't have to like go get all your traps. You just set it up. Even like I don't know. I don't see it. It's so close. Trapper's so close, but that's okay. I'm just rambling at this point.
No, you're good. I was going to ask how you felt about the Trapper Sack and not being able to pick up those traps. I think that makes Trapper Sack on Trapper
the only way it's balanced.
I realize it's the only way it's balanced, but I still feel like that makes it like that much worse because that's where your trap's staying, and if the survivors can call out, oh, he's got Trapper Sack, well then. Good luck. They know where the traps are and they know where they stay.
Right, but that's also the part that's so interesting is on some cases it doesn't even matter. You just block off all lanes of looping. Okay, so I was like, okay, I know this, this window, this pallet, this lane, this area, all this stuff is traps. Like, okay, cool. So where are you gonna run? There's nowhere to run.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing, like, if you could pick them up, that would be some of the most broken add-on I've ever seen. Starting with your traps, and then just setting them up, putting them, that would be busted, but...
Right.
No, I get what you're saying, though. Like, that's fair that it's like, you can counterplay a little bit, but if the Trapper picks really good locations, and especially if you have, like, the Eerie Stone that resets... Now we're getting to something that's just annoying.
Yeah, and
traps are always going to be up. But what's up?
I'm scared of that in pups. Honestly, I'm going to tell you right now. Like with MMR and everything, I am super afraid of Eerie Stone and Trapper Sack, and me just going, oh, that's going to stay there forever.
Or Bloody Coil, like combining Trapper Sack with either the Bloody Coil or the Eerie Stone, I think are just both viable. You're either constantly forcing survivors to stay injured, which is like, you're just a kind of a weirder plague at that point, or they're constantly resetting and survivors just have to dodge that area entirely. And again, if you're locking down a 3-gen area, in a certain, like, imagine on Larry's, you know how Larry's, you can have 2 rooms like right next to each other that both have a gen? It's like the worst 2-gen ever.
Yeah.
Trapper can lock that entire map down. So, okay, so they are keeping with Hag.
Indeed. Which...
Okay.
We already talked about kind of how we felt on this play. Like, it could work out well.
Yeah, on Father Campbell's, it's infinitely better. You've got, look at the patches of grass that you have everywhere to hide your traps. I think this where, oh, they already in chase?
Yeah, pretty early on to be in chase, but looks like Hag is not actually giving chase. Hag is looking to set her web a little bit.
I think that's respectable. You don't really want to play chase Hag. I mean, 110 killers that have no ability to improve chase is awful. And ooh. Is that the add-on that reveals the R when they trip the trap?
It looks like it is.
That is spicy. I don't expect that.
I definitely didn't either. And you have that along with what looks like a rusty shackle. So definitely you're not only getting the no phantasm on top of the trap, but you are getting the aura reading, so you know where they are through those walls and maybe be able to get a spicy mind game.
Quite possibly. I don't hate that play. It's very different. And again, look at these survivors. They're literally just cat and mousing the traps. This is the biggest issue with it in comp, is that these survivors just know how to cat and mouse, and there's not a lot you can do about it sometimes. You just have to teleport there, drop your trap, or ignore it entirely, and they're breaking your web.
Correct.
So I guess we'll have to see how they overcome this struggle.
Yeah, right now these survivors are doing a really good job of basically making this a powerless Hag.
Indeed. And are they in chase again? Okay, it looks like they're trying to defend the middle gen a little bit. Again, just popping the trap. Even with Rusty Shackles, these survivors are just cat and mousing these traps and causing them to pop and not giving this Hag anything. 1 gen already popping and 1 hit. That is the 2nd hit they've got this game.
Yeah, and as we are talking about it, that was the 2nd hit, I think, on the same survivor too. I think it was Joy that got hit the first time, but the reset happened quickly. We're also really mainly seeing... Oh, we see another reset by Joy again. I really do think that we're seeing these survivors play with the hag, and we really have only seen 2 survivors triggering the traps. So 2 other survivors possibly on gens, while 2 survivors are running interference. Pretty powerful
and
strat.
notice that there is a gen right next to that Chapel gen, and there is a gen not too far away. So the hag does have a potential 3 gen, but I don't know if a hag can hold down a 3 gen of this style.
I agree. I don't think so. I think
I will leave it to the killer.
Yeah. See what they do.
Not going to teleport to that trap.
Oh,
it took us done. But pallet is down. Ooh, they do get the hit on the other one though. So double trapping, that did pay off, but they keep hitting survivors and they go and reset. I swear someone has botany knowledge.
I think definitely maybe, but I think that Claudette actually is the one with the med kit and just keeps healing up. But last time we were in chase, I don't remember if I saw Claudette with the med kit again, which, oh no, she does have the med kit right now. It almost led me to believe she may have dropped the med kit for her teammates. You know how some teams sometimes do that?
Swap it around, right? Also, so just because we're kind of waiting here for a moment for like a hook to happen or 3 gen to collapse in, what do you think about the new built to last in comp? Now that you get so many more stacks out of it over a long period of time, do you think it's going to be more common?
I think it takes too long to get it. I mean, 12 seconds in a locker is a lot of time, and you only have one person that has that. Sure, it might make them a little bit harder to find because they are in a locker. But
inner strength's already a good perk, so.
Well, that's true too. I didn't really bet on that. We do see another gen pop here.
We had to reset their web.
Yeah, but we're resetting the web next to only 1 gen potentially.
And I think they broke the 3 gen.
It really begs to like question what perk are they trying to protect there? I think
I would guess Devour Hope personally, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely I would hope they wouldn't have brought Haunted Ground since that is banned, but what else would they be protecting? And
I'm gonna guess Devour Hope personally. Just that's my guess. Like that's the only reason I would protect it. They're gonna commit to this.
They are committing to this chase, and I think you have to. Like, you haven't gotten a single hook yet. You need to have some sort of pressure because these survivors are just gonna tear apart the 3 gen. But as I was saying, I was like before this match started, I was really excited to see how Six's coordination was going to go because I've heard they are a strong survivor team, and I think we're seeing that here.
Yup. Very strong. They have good coordination. They're rotating. You see them constantly cat and mousing and running interference on the hag, making sure that anytime. I don't think the hag has had more than 4 or 5 traps laid down at any given time. They only had half their web up, and yeah, it's hag is struggling to get some kind of pressure mounted.
Indeed, I would agree. This hag is kind of at the mercy of the survivors here, trying to get a hook and trying to earn a point for their team. I think you have to commit this chase to Claudette and try to get the hook and double progression to death, hopefully.
Right, just give your team something to go off of here, because, yeah, 5th gen's done. I imagine we've already got a survivor looking to get on the exit gate. Maybe a little wake-up action, you know?
And I do want to talk about the points, though, as well here, because even if the survivors escape with a perfect no-hook game, that's only 26 points. So Daddy Issues could come back with a 30-point, or wait, Daddy Issues is, no, actually that would kind of clinch it here for
if this is a format escape with not a single hook, all the killer has to do in the next one is get a hook.
Well, with the penalty, I don't even. Do they just need a hook?
Oh, you're right.
Because there's a -5 penalty. I think that perfect score actually already makes the decision
You're right. The penalty locks it out.
It locks out the possibility of us coming back here for daddy issues. Wow.
Is that Hex Plaything?
It does indeed look that way. Hex Retribution and Hex Plaything from Pilot of 2001.
They're toying with my heart. I love Plaything so much.
It is a really underrated perk. I also really enjoy it.
It's so cool. I love the concept for it. Honestly, Pinhead's had some of the most freaking interesting perks in the game up to this point. Scourge hooks, I want more. I love that concept. And then Plaything, I have had way too much fun playing Playthings, but I'll leave it at that.
Hey, Plaything is pretty good.
Fun. Why play a stealth killer when any killer's a stealth killer?
Ooh.
Just say.
Super true. And finding the hex is so difficult as Survivor sometimes. Like,
Third seal.
Yeah, I mean, basically. Ugh.
Yep. No, that's literally what I do. Just third seal Plaything all day long. Don't care. And third seal's getting a buff.
Yeah, you can third seal Plaything, and you can also put Devour on top of that. I've done that in pubs before, and I don't think the exposed status actually pops up for Devour since they're already oblivious. I'm wondering about it. I haven't tried it in customs, but I don't think it does, just because of the oblivious status effect.
I'd have to test that. I know that Oblivious gets rid of the what is it? Killer Instinct. You don't see the Killer Instinct popped up, but I don't know about the exposed. I'll have to go. That's a good experiment. To check out. Interesting.
Do it right after
the
match.
Yeah, but are we going to see a second one here, or are we going to move on to tomorrow's games?
We are moving on to tomorrow's games, it seems, at this point, as the decision is final. Six is convicted of murder. Murder. So, let's go ahead and review the bracket real quick.
Congratulations to Six.
Oh, indeed. GG's.
Well played. I'm a bit bummed we didn't get to see the other Survivor Squad come out, but that's how it goes sometimes. Unfortunate.
Well, luckily, the way that this tournament is going, a loss does not mean that we will not see this team again. It does. It just means that they will go into Vigo's B League. We are deciding between our A League and our B League, so it is not.
I thought you meant for this. I thought you meant for this. I thought they were going to come back in this tournament. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's double of them. Okay, so it's
no, not in this tournament. But when we start Vigo's regular season, there will be two leagues going in parallel, and so we will see them again on this channel.
All right, bet. All right. So what standings are we going for?
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull up the tournament standings here. So looking back, we did see Undying Alliance moved on to the next round. Metro also moved on to the next round. Arctic Wolves moving on to the next round. And Prestige moving on versus Immortal Alliance as well. And then with Six winning today's game, they will face, I believe they're facing Deadheads? We'll see as soon as the bracket comes up, but I think Six will be facing Deadheads next at some point tomorrow. And then Demise and Monarchy will also be meeting up tomorrow.
Demise. Okay, now that's a name I heard before.
Yeah. Demise has played in a few other leagues, and they performed quite well yesterday when we saw them. And so tomorrow we will see Undying Alliance and Prestige at 1 Eastern. And we'll see Arctic Wolves and Metro at 5 Eastern tomorrow.
My very own Prestige is playing tomorrow? Why you don't say?
Indeed. Are you going to be playing tomorrow, Rue?
I can't say at this moment. That is still to be decided.
Still to be decided, eh? Okay.
Yes. Nailing down rosters essentially. I think we lost a player a week ago. I forget. I'm literally just there to kill people and show up and kill. So
All right.
Also,
bringing Trickster, right?
of course, nothing less than Trickster. Also, now I remember Demise and We Ever Slept. That was the Spirit versus Wraith game, and Wraith came out and dominated, right?
Wraith did get a 4K. Yeah, several progressions, but Wraith did very well on that map.
Wraith is so good. I love Wraith.
Definitely.
Anyway, sorry.
Oh no, Wraith performed well. That was amazing. And then we are still trying to nail down times for the other games that will be happening tomorrow. And as soon as we have those, we'll make a post within the Discord. So guys, definitely try to join that to stay up to date on when those next games are happening.
Agreed. Right. And the other 2 games will be determined then. Okay. So we got 2 tomorrow, 1 and 5, and then 2 be determined for the rest of them.
Oh my goodness. We have 10 gifted subs from Zayden Zeal in the chat right now. Amazing. Thank you for all of the gift subs to the community. Guys, if you just got gifted a sub from Zayden Zeal, please thank juror Zayden Zeal.
I would, but he didn't give me a sub, so I'm just gonna pout over here. I'm kidding.
Oh jeez, Rue, you subbed yesterday. You couldn't have gotten a sub.
I know. I have a founder's badge. It's okay. No flex.
Oh, that's true. Oh, weird flex, but okay. All right, and in honor of the match ending early, we do have a nominated high five.
Nominated high five?
Nominated high five.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Round, second chance.
Second round, right here.
Oh, hold on. Here.
All right.
Let's go this way.
Should I get closer just so it's easier?
You have the ultimate time. I'm on a lag, so you react.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, high five. I think we did that. That was so good.
That was better.
That was so good.
Better.
Guys, we're getting better with this on time.
Yes.
Like just with the time. This is good. Earlier today, I don't know if you saw, like I tried to give Codex a high five, but what I didn't realize, this is weird. Trying to do a high five through a camera, I like my arm went too far, and I got long arms. I probably would have just like smacked in the face, like in reality, and so
wow.
I felt bad. I know, right? I felt bad.
I can't believe you.
I'm sorry.
Why would you do this?
You know, I didn't mean to. That I had to tell her, like, I'm just gonna have to go punish myself later. Like, I'm sorry. It's not what I meant to do. It's okay though.
Okay. Weird flex, but oh man. All right. Well, good stuff. I honestly, I want to see more from 6. I want to see what they do. They seem to be a good Survivor squad. I want to see what they do next time.
Indeed, I agree. And Rue,
yes,
Counselor Rue, I want to give you the honor today of choosing who we raid.
Oh no, I gotta choose.
Oh yeah, I put you on the spot right here. Chat, we put him on the spot.
Right on the spot.
Right on the spot. Right here.
Go raid Junico.
Junico. All right, I'm gonna do that.
I'll type it in.
Oh, you'll do it? That sounds good to me.
Go there.
All right. Yeah. That makes
they're
easy.
an OG. They're a really cool stream. They have they're sisters, and they play Survivor, and they take over and show who's playing what. At any given time, they have a flip thing. They're both talking.
What?
It's a really cool setup. I dig it. If you're into stream setups, you'll love it.
All right, chat. Well,
Just
that's where we'll be going. So definitely make sure show Junico some love from the Vigos Court family. All right, make sure they feel it. The warmth, the warm hugs.
This was fun. I look forward to seeing what 6 comes next time. This was fun. I feel kind of bad for Hag. My inner killer hurts, but Hag will live to fight another day.
Another day, indeed. All right, guys. So that is all from us. Court adjourned. Until next time, guys. Of course.
Yeah, I can tell that y'all been working together. Rue, you're a lot less, like... You're a lot more comfortable in the caster role than you used to be. I can already see an instant difference. Not to mention it's Vigo's where he started, so I imagine that's also, you know, all the
Oh yeah,
lives and yeah, all that shit. So
yeah, I've
that's
been there
why
before.
you're comfortable.
And yeah, me and Vader have casted before.
Yep.
It's really easy to get along with Vader. He's really chill.
Hey, thank you, my friend. Thank you.
You are welcome. Oh wait, you're still here. Crap. Vader is a piece of shit.
You're only saying that because I asked you to play Trickster and then it didn't. It just didn't pan out. That's why you're saying that, Rue. I get it.
Oh my word.
Oh man.
Rue, if you want to cast some tomorrow, I know that we're gonna have some issues getting casters in, but Vader's also cool casting by himself.
True.
He's expressed that multiple times. So
Solo casting is very taxing, so I wouldn't suggest doing it too many times in a row.
Yeah,
that's what I would
like.
like. No, it's fine.